Are you managing your money or is your money managing you? It's time to break free from the world's mindset and step into God's plan for your finances. Your financial breakthrough isn't just about hard work, it's about understanding God's principles of stewardship. Today, we are going to align your money with His purpose and see the breakthrough that you've been praying for. Let's get started. To truly step into financial freedom, we first need to recognize that the way the world views money and success is vastly different from how God calls us to steward it. Before we can take practical steps, we have to shift our mindset. Let's explore the difference between a worldly mindset that chases after wealth and a kingdom mindset that sees money as a tool for God's purposes. The world often teaches us that money is something to be chased, hoarded, and hustled for. It's about grinding to get ahead, accumulating wealth to feel secure, and constantly comparing your financial status to others. This mindset is often rooted in the belief that it's up to you, your efforts, your hustles, your strategies. And yes, strategy and hard work are essential. I'm all about that. But here's where it becomes exhausting. When you are trying to control everything, every outcome on your own, believing that your success is entirely on your shoulders. Imagine constantly pushing yourself to make things happen, driven by fear of lack, fear of not having enough, not being enough, or losing what you have. This cycle of stress and striving can leave you feeling like it's never enough, no matter how much you achieve. But what if there is a different way to approach wealth and success? A kingdom mindset shifts everything. Instead of chasing after money, we recognize that God is the ultimate provider. It's not about striving alone, but rather partnering with God while using effective strategies to move forward. This mindset is rooted in Matthew 6:33. Seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. With a kingdom perspective, we understand that everything we have belongs to God. We are simply stewards of His resources. This changes the focus from accumulating wealth for ourselves to managing it wisely, to honor God and advance His kingdom. Instead of hustling out of fear, we choose faith over fear. We trust that God will provide what we need in His perfect timing. This frees us from the anxiety of trying to control every outcome and opens us up to using our resources to bless others, build a legacy, and align our business decisions with God's greater purpose. So yes, strategy, planning, and smart, not hard, work matter. I'm here to guide you in that. But the difference is that we're not doing it alone, carrying the weight of every decision on our own shoulder. Imagine the difference when you align your efforts with God's wisdom. That's where real breakthrough happens. When you have the right guidance, put in the work, but aren't weighed down by the pressure of making everything happen by yourself. Let's say you've been holding on to every dollar, afraid that if you spend it, you'll never see it again. That is a scarcity mindset. But imagine shifting to a kingdom mindset where you trust God's provision, using what you have to invest wisely, blessing others, and multiplying for His glory. When we align with God's purpose, it's no longer about striving, but stewarding. In my financial practice, one of the issues I see far too often is among women entrepreneurs leaving financial matters to someone else, whether it's a spouse, a partner, or even just avoiding it altogether. The truth is, many women aren't taught to manage money or understand the financial side of business. It's often been seen as the man's role, and we've inherited that mindset. But let me tell you something. Knowing your numbers is not just business skill, it's a kingdom stewardship skill. When you fully embrace the role of a steward, it means taking ownership over every resource that God has given you, including your finances. It's time for us as kingdom women to break free from the idea that finances are someone else's responsibility. If you're running a business, you must know your numbers, not control every outcome, but to steward wisely, make informed decisions, and align your business with God's purpose. Think about it. How can you multiply what God has given you if you don't know what you have in the first place? Now that we laid the foundation of what a kingdom mindset around money looks like, it's time to get practical. Because it's not just about knowing what the Bible says, it's about implementing those principles in your everyday business decision. I want to empower you to take control of your finances and step into the role of a faithful steward of what God has entrusted to you. Whether you're just starting in business or you've been running it for years, understanding your financials is crucial, not just for survival, but for thriving. So let's get into some practical steps to help you align your business finances with kingdom values and start experience true freedom. The first thing that we want to talk about, I've already alluded to, is know your numbers. So why does it matter? Well, you can't improve what you don't measure. Many women avoid looking at their numbers because it feels overwhelming, but understanding your finances is key to making informed decisions. So the action step that I want you to take: set aside time weekly to review your financial statements, profit and loss, cash flow, and expenses. Know your revenue streams, where your money is coming from, and where it's going. This will give you a clear picture of your business health. Number 2, separate business and personal finances. Why does that matter? Well, mixing business and personal finances can lead to confusion, tax issues, and poor financial management. So an action step: open a separate business bank account. This will not only simplify bookkeeping, but also help you see your business's true financial health. Pay yourself a salary from your business account instead of randomly dipping into your business funds. Create a budget and stick to it. Why does that matter? A budget is a financial roadmap that helps you to prioritize spending and avoid unnecessary expenses. It's not about restricting yourself, but about being intentional with your resources. So an action step: review your business expenses and cut out anything that's not bringing value. Reallocate those funds towards investments that will grow your business, such as marketing, training, or hiring support. One of the places that I like to look is on my credit card statements and on my bank account for all of those little monthly charges that you see coming in, subscriptions that you're not using anymore. I had one client go through her credit cards and her bank statements for the last couple of months, and by canceling the stuff that she's no longer using, she ended up saving over $300 every single month. The fourth thing is focus on profitability, not just revenue. Why does that matter? It's easy to get caught up in the numbers game, thinking that more revenue automatically means a successful business. But what truly matters is your profit margin. So identify your high profit margin products or services and focus on scaling those. Streamline or eliminate offerings that are draining your resources by not yielding significant returns, or if you are spending too much money marketing something that isn't bringing in that revenue or that margin that you need. Step number 5, build an emergency fund. Why that matters? In business, there will always be ups and downs. Having an emergency fund will give you peace of mind and financial stability during lean periods. So aim to set aside 3 to 6 months of operating expenses. Start small if you need to, but make it a priority. This will protect your business from unexpected challenges. It's also very important to have this personally, to have an emergency fund set up 3 to 6 months. I know it might sound a little daunting in the beginning, so just start making a plan and build up to it. And number 6, invest in yourself and your business. Why it matters? The best investments are the ones you make in yourself, whether it's upgrading your skills, hiring a coach, or joining a mastermind. Investing in your growth will yield returns that far exceed the initial cost. Allocate a portion of your budget to personal development, professional development, whether it's courses, coaching, or attending industry events. This will not only grow your skills, but also expand your network and your opportunities. It's also a tax write-off. Embrace the power of tithing and generosity. The Bible teaches us that generosity leads to blessings. Giving not only blesses others, but also aligns you with kingdom principles, inviting God's provision into your business. Set aside a percentage of your income for tithing or charitable giving. This act of faith can shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, trusting that God will multiply your efforts. I know this has been a lot to take in, but I truly believe that today is the beginning of something transformational for you. No more letting fear, avoidance, or uncertainty keep you from taking ownership of your finances. Remember, you are called to be a faithful steward of everything God has entrusted to you. It's time to break free from the world's mindset of scarcity, hustle, and fear. Instead, step boldly into a kingdom mindset where financial stewardship is not just about numbers, it's about honoring God with every resource you've been given. Today, you've learned how to align your efforts with God's wisdom, know your numbers, budget with intention, and to seek wise counsel. But we're not stopping here. Tomorrow, we're diving even deeper into the heart of financial power. We're going to tackle how to create a business that not only thrives, but also leaves a lasting legacy for the kingdom. We'll explore how to position yourself for abundance, maximize your profits, and make your money work for you, all while staying aligned with God's purpose. So if you're ready to walk in abundance, ready to multiply what God has given you, then don't miss tomorrow's session. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join me as we continue this journey of becoming the woman of influence that God has created you to be. Together, let's rise and build a legacy that glorifies God.